What kind of trust is that? You know, there are a lot of acronyms out there like ILIT, SLAT, and things about trusts, and people don't know what they are. It's kind of like trust alphabet soup, and I want to talk to you about that today. If you have any questions or comments about this or want to know what kind of particular trust is, leave the comments down below and I'll answer those questions. If you want to plan with me, then click on the link in the description or go to reddenlawoffice.com and click on the schedule link, and you'll be able to pick a date and a time for either in phone or in person. So, trust alphabet soup. Even practitioners kind of get lost in this mess. I'll just throw a bunch of them out there. There could be ILIT, SLAT, ILIT, SRT, BERT. All these kinds of things have a T on the end, meaning a trust. One of the things you really got to watch out for is when people want to convince you that each one of these instruments is a separate trust by itself and needs to stay that way. Most of the time, these acronyms just mean features. ILIT means irrevocable life insurance trust. If the trust is able to hold life insurance and own it, it's an ILIT. SLAT, spousal lifetime access trust. If your spouse can get money at it while they're alive, it's a SLAT. Dynasty Trust. If it's intended to live beyond forever and never end, it's a dynasty trust. It doesn't mean they have to be separate trusts. And a lot of people wonder, why do I have more than one trust? The reason you should have more than one trust is because you're either dealing with a different group of beneficiaries, there's a special different kind of problem or purpose of that trust, or something of that nature. Just because you want your spouse to be able to access money doesn't mean it has to not be able to hold life insurance. You pick and choose which one of these features you want and you put it into the trust document. You don't need thousands of trusts. Most people at the most, even the wealthy folks, might need 2 or 3 because they're passing things on or they're planning for something for estate tax. They're dealing with their business as opposed to anything else. Remember, you've got your base level estate plan, which is going to be that revocable living trust, the healthcare directive, the power of attorney, and probably a pour-over will. Beyond that, when you have special things you need to consideration for, like special needs, retirement accounts, life insurance because you want to deal with estate tax, we start adding those things on there. We'll probably add other trusts too when we're dealing with our business because it's going to help us deal with taxes and other things. Those are the kinds of things that you should be thinking about when I need other extra trust. Don't get confused by the alphabet soup. Don't let someone sell you 5 trusts when you need maybe 1 or 2 or 3 that just have the features built in. You will have to pay for those extra features, but it tends to be easier to deal with, administrate, and things like that if you have fewer trusts just with more features. This is especially important when we start talking about having trustees that are big companies and things like that. So keep that in mind. If you have any questions about what a particular trust is or about this or about how many trusts you need, put them in the comments below or click on the link to schedule a session with me or go to reddenlawoffice.com and click on that link to do the same.